Now, web and advertising optimization is another important field in online shopping. Advertising optimization leverages artificial intelligence to automate ad creation, which improves advertising performance through better targeting and ultimately increases the return on ad spend. Well, we're joined for this session by Adscale CEO Mati Ram and Natalie Tenney from Shopping IL. And as our moderator, we welcome Deborah Weinswig, CEO and founder of CoreSite Research. Over to you, Deborah.
Ben, thank you so much. And once again, Oren from Retail Innovation Club, thank you for this distinct honor to co-host this event today. What we're seeing right now is a significant change in terms of how the C-suite is addressing marketing. And in many cases, they're looking to outsource this opportunity. And we believe that Adscale is the right solution at the right time. With that, I want to welcome Mati and turn it over to him for his presentation.
Good morning, Dvorah. I understand it's early morning for you. So thank you for hosting me and thank you everybody for joining us. I'm going to show today how you as e-commerce merchants can leverage the power of AI technology in order to win the e-commerce race. And I'm specifically talking about digital advertising, which we all know that this is a huge important process that needs to be efficient and needs to be in place in order to dominate the market. But the problem with digital advertising is that due to the nature of the e-commerce business, the tough competition, and the variety of channels that you want to advertise at, it makes it a real challenge. And what we see today is that most of brands are not using technology. They're still using manual management of digital advertising, either in-house or with a media agency. And we think that they might miss some valuable opportunities. So Adscale weaves the power of AI technology into the e-commerce advertising by creating and optimizing ads across all major channels, which means Google, Facebook, and Instagram, generating an average ROI of 1,000%. This is true, this is no bullshit. Let me show you how it works. As each store is unique in its own way, there is no one advertising plan that fits all stores. So in order to tailor the right advertising plan for each and every store, we need to learn on one hand the data that is coming from the store, basically the order history, and to match it with statistical data that we gather with thousands of other stores that uses our system, just like that store with the same vertical and same markets, in order to be able to create a comprehensive plan that will target the right customer with the right product at the right time. So creating the plan is the first phase. Once the plan is ready, the next phase is to generate the ads. And the nice thing about Adscale is that everyone can create ads across all the main converting channels in no time. So we have a plugin to the shop. We pull data, content, and images from the shop, and we help you to generate professional advertising campaigns across all the channels in like 3 or 4 minutes. It's really simple and really powerful. Once the campaigns are ready, then our optimization module kicks into action. We are monitoring the auction, the advertising channels 24 hours a day, and make real-time changes in order to increase the performance and maximize the revenue in the given budget. There are agents sitting there 24 hours, taking care of the customer interest, playing offensive in the good hours, playing defensive in the bad hours, and making sure that you get the maximum possible performance. The fact that we bring such a huge return on advertising spend is mainly based thanks to the AI optimization module, and I pretty much show only part of it right here with the limited time we have. So we automate the optimization of the different campaigns. And we have, I think, a quite strong synchronization module that ensures the ads are accurate at all time. We basically make sure that any change in the store will be reflected automatically to the ad. So if you change the price will be changed. You change picture, the picture will be changed. If you're out of stock, then the ads that are leading to the specific landing page of the products that are out of stock will be paused, etc., etc. And by syncing automatically the store and the ads, we ensure that there's a consistent customer experience. This is critical for the relevance and the quality score on Google and Facebook. And this is one of the main reasons why we can dramatically improve the conversion rates. If you wish to analyze the data, then Adscale is a great place because we have a cross-platform dashboards that shows you the only single version of the truth. Usually, you see different numbers when it comes to Google, Facebook, and even in analytics, mainly due to the duplicated conversions that you see. In Adscale, you can see the real version of the truth. The number that you see in Adscale will be exactly the number that you see in your store. And you can analyze and slice and dice the data by different segments like channels, devices, location, and so forth.
Mati, with that, I'm going to ask you to pause so that we can have some time for Q&A.
Sure.
Natalie, as an e-commerce innovation expert, what are your thoughts on the solution and also the opportunity?
Wow, this looks really inspiring, Mati. I was wondering, how do you integrate to the stores? How do you pull the data that you've mentioned for the campaigns, and how much money and time does it take?
So actually we have, I think I have a slide for that, yeah. We have a one-click integration with all the platforms that you see right now on the screen. So if you're using one of these platforms, then the integration is very simple. It's just 1 or 2 mouse clicks, and there is no cost. So we already have a plugin to those systems, and it's free of charge to integrate.
Great. With that, Mati, some of the numbers you gave around ROI were incredibly impressive. Can you dive a little bit deeper into those for us, please?
Sure, of course.
And if you look at this slide, right, we see more customers, more revenue, less time and cost. How should we think about that in the ultimate kind of return on advertising spend?
So basically with AI, the more data that you have, the more significance that you have statistically, which means that you can target the right customers more accurately for the next times. We have an AI platform that gathers data from other shops, like from statistics that we gather from all of our customers, and from the real-time auction. And combining those together, we can gradually increase the return of ad spend that we see per customer. Now, we are not magicians. We don't create something that cannot be created. We just do good mathematics. And surprisingly, there are so many opportunities within the day that you will not be able to leverage them if you don't have an automated system doing that. If we identify at 8 o'clock in the evening that like 2 competitors have pretty much finished their budget, and now we can increase the budget, reduce the bids, and collect all the impressions in like no money, this is something that you can only do manually, and these things you can only do automatically. And these things are happening every day on every store. So the fact that we are there playing a lot of changes per day helps us to, on one hand, increase the ROI dramatically, and on the other hand, learn from the auction to other stores as well. So we have a lot of signals that we get, and we use those signals in order to improve the campaigns.
Natalie, it seems like the holy grail really is this increasing of the conversion rate. How do you think about that, and what do you see as some of the greatest opportunities right now as it relates to e-commerce, which is obviously growing very rapidly?
Well, we see that retailers, e-retailers, and pure players in e-commerce, they want to manage their advertising budgets in-house. So they're the owners of the data and they can leverage the data to sell more. And we also see that the technology replaces the middleman in many of the vertical markets. So I was wondering, does Adscale replace the agency?
Yes, when you use Adscale, you can save the media agency cost because basically the system will do what an agency is doing. It will create campaigns, optimize campaigns, sync between the store and the ads, and will provide you with dashboards and reports. So yeah, you can save the agency costs.
And is it the same business model as an agency, like a percentage of the ad spend?
No, we we put our mouth where our money. We put our money where our mouth is. We have a success-based pricing, which means that the more we sell to you, the more you pay us. We have a unique technology that can show you the correlation between the order number in the store and the conversion in Google and Facebook. So it's super transparent. You can always go back and track the sale. And we wish to create a situation in which we have the same interest as the customer. And I believe that with this business model, we also demonstrate our strong confidence in our own system. So we charge you based on results.
Mati, do you see that this is a crowded landscape, or are others more complementary than competitive?
I don't think it is crowded. I think that most of the companies today are managing the things on Google, on Facebook directly. Like 99% of them are not using systems at all. The fact that we are the only trusted advisor that sits on top of Google and Facebook and takes the decisions that are good for the customer, I think makes our positioning unique. Plus the fact that we save a lot of time and effort for the customer. You don't need to create a feed. You don't need to create a margin center. You don't need to create copy. There's a tons of micro copy predefined for you in the system. Just use it. So we make the digital advertising process so easy that everybody can advertise like a pro, even if they don't have real background in marketing. And I think that this is a unique space that enables us to help a lot of customers, and I don't see it crowded at all. Vice versa, I see that more and more companies are understanding that in order to win the race, they have to use technology. I'll give a simple analogy. Let's just assume that we are playing chess, and there are two competitors. One of them is playing one move at a row at his time, and the other one is playing 10 moves. Then it's quite obviously who's going to win. It's the same here. Every day we make so many changes to the campaigns in order to utilize the intraday opportunities that it's not something that you can achieve manually. So I believe that more and more companies will identify the real value of AI technology in e-commerce advertising and will move there.
Mati, with the growth in e-commerce and you being a trusted advisor, it seems to me that the sky is the limit for Adscale. With that, I want to thank Mati and Natalie. We definitely didn't have enough time, but hopefully we have a chance to talk again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.